Alright guys, what's going on? It's Face Cross, and today we are going to be talking about Black Ops 2 Sniper class setups. And holy shit, there goes Skype. Now, let's jump right into this, and let's talk about what I've been using first. This class is basically your complete stealth class. Nothing will bother you while you're using this. You have Ghost, Cold-Blooded, and Tactical Mask. The Tactical Mask there is basically just to resist certain stuns, flashes, things that are thrown at you of that sort. Now, concussion grenades are optional. Any of these perks that you have here, Combat Axe, Tactical, and your secondary weapons, please change these however you want. That's whatever it is. I didn't really go through and set these. The only thing I actually set was the primary attributes and perks on these. These are completely random. It's up to you on what you want. It doesn't necessarily matter. Now, the only other thing I would do with this is I would switch this out to a tactical insertion or EMP grenades. It's going to depend on the game mode you're playing. EMP grenades are going to play a very strong role in Black Ops 2. People getting these little drones, people getting these really annoying Guardian kill streaks, which are like the Sonic Blast sound weapon that just, it completely cuts off an area, and you can't destroy it with your knife anymore. You're going to need to be able to throw an EMP grenade, and it only takes one, and it takes it out, and it's gone. So that gets rid of their kill streak really fast, and it's very effective. Now, this is a class that I would recommend using in Ground War and other things of that sort. You can look at Cold-Blooded. It cannot be detected by enemy UAVs while moving, planting, and defusing bombs, or while controlling score streaks. So if you're flying around in an attack helicopter, whatever you're doing, they won't notice you. As long as you keep your feet moving, you'll be fine. All these perks here, they don't necessarily affect sniping. The other thing that I would suggest is using Blind Eye on a sniper class. That's totally a smart decision to use. If you're playing Ground War, you might want to do that. Now, let's go back to the class that I've been using since the beginning. The DSR is technically one of the better sniper rifles in this game. It gives you no hit markers if you shoot them above the waist. If you shoot them in the thigh, something like that, you're going to get a hit marker. This gun has its downside, though. It's a little bit slower. Think of like the L11. When you're sniping with that on Modern Warfare 3, it takes a while to pull the bolt back. That's kind of how this is because of your zoom-in speed has been slowed down just a little bit compared to MW3. It's going to give you a little bit of a challenge, but you know you're not going to get as many hit markers if you're using something like the Ballista or the other weapon itself. Now, let's look at the perk setup we have here. We have Flak Jacket, Fast Hands, and Dexterity. Now let's go ahead and look at these real quick. Flak Jacket is going to give you less explosive damage. That's one of those that is, you're going to need it if you're playing Ground War. You're going to get spammed a lot. You don't want to get killed by Simtex's nades, stuff like that if you're going for flag caps. And how they have the score streaks now, you're going to want to have that on because you're going to try to cap flags. You're going to try to get points to get your kill streaks. And that's the most effective way to do so, is playing objectively. You need to protect yourself from that. Fast Hands. Fast Hands does not affect sniping like you would think. Swap weapons faster, use equipment faster, reset the fuse on throwing back frag grenades. That's going to be helpful for when you're defending the flag, trying to get the flag for your team. Sit on that flag and throw those back as they come in. If they're, just hope to God they don't throw Simtex. If not, you have Flak Jacket on and you should be okay. If they throw more, you're in trouble. But let's go look back down to Dexterity. This is one that actually does affect sniping. This is very important. Aim faster after sprinting, climbing, and allows you to climb objects quicker. But I'm one of those snipers who is constantly moving. I sprint around the map all the time. You're going to want to be using this class or this perk on your sniper class because you don't want to get in situations where you can't get your scope up in time. Now, with the perks being how they are, you don't have ADS speed compared to people with assault rifles. You don't have quick draw, but they do. You're going to need to take every advantage you can get, and this is going to help you a little bit, so keep that in mind. Now, this is the primary class that I've been running around with for the most part. These get switched around. The KAP-40 is a fully automatic pistol. It's like the G18. Now, I use this because if I get a hit marker, God forbid I do, I just spray him down with that, and I switch back and I start sniping again. No harm done. Now, I do have leftover equipment, stuff like that. That's probably, for the most part, that's because of this. If I switch this out with like a flashbang, I can opt out to have two of them, something like that. I would probably go with the EMP grenades just because I don't like having those kill streaks constantly blocking me off from the map and killing me. So let's actually talk about this here. This is what I've had a hard time deciding on what I wanted to do. Your extended clip doesn't really give you a whole lot of ammo. I believe it gives you about 7. You don't have anywhere between a total of 10. If you use a different sniper rifle, you will. We'll get to that in a minute. It's called the XPR. but I only wanted to show you these main two for the first part of this. Think of it that my class tutorial will change over time, but this is what I've been using now, and this is what you're going to be using when the game comes out right away. The ballistic CPU. Reduce weapon sway when aiming. So if you're hard scoping someone, you're going to have a lot of reduced sway. That's primarily going to help you. The other options that I've been looking at right now are ballistic CPU and extended clip. Those are a great setup. But instead of having the extended clip on there, if you want to reload quicker, go ahead and throw on fast mags. The only thing that you're going to have to deal with is having a small clip. You're not going to be able to get that clip that you might want. If you have fast mags equipped, you probably can't equip extended clip. It won't allow you to. Well, let's try it. Nope. It will not allow you to do that while you have fast mags on. It's just one of those things that prevents you from doing that. Now, this is another setup that I've changed out with these because you don't necessarily need a reduced weapon sway when aiming if you're quickscoping. Try to throw on something else, like a laser sight. Laser sight is like steady aim. So that brings me to my other class that's down here, for example. You can see that this is my pretty much go-to ground war ballista bolt action class. This is going to be the third sniper rifle you're going to unlock. This one's a piece of crap. This one's decent. This one's pretty decent as well. This one's going to give you hit markers, though. You need to shoot in the chest or above, otherwise you're going to have a hard time. Same thing goes with the XPR. The XPR is a little bit different because the XPR is semi-automatic. It's like the Barrett from Modern Warfare 3, so you're going to have a lot of bullets with this gun. I think you have upwards of 12 to 11. I'm not 100% unsure on that, but I know it's over 10. But this gun has a pretty decent fire rate and allows you to do some damage, but you're going to get hit markers, so it's not yet my favorite. It's all about finding the right fluency with what perks you have. On this class, I have Flak Jacket, Fast Hands, Dexterity. These change out to whatever I want for whatever I'm doing. If I want to get a combat axe, if I want to cap flags, I'll probably put a Simtex on because that's going to get you more kills than this. Just how it goes. C4 is also the thing, but you guys need to understand C4 is actually very underpowered in this game. If you get killed by C4, that's because it's at your feet, so keep that in mind. Now, let's talk about one class that I actually really like, and we'll go back to Custom Class 4. This is my Free-For-All class. I haven't played Free-For-All a whole lot, maybe about 5 games, and it's kind of a hit-and-miss type of thing with Free-For-All. But what I normally do is I run the Fast Mags and FMJ. That way, if I have to shoot someone through a wall, it doesn't work out, and it's alright. I can probably get enough damage on them with that. I have the KAP-40 as a secondary. That just goes hand-to-hand with being able to get a hit marker, switch to that real fast. Sorry, I kind of have a cold here. This is an awful time to be doing this. Fast Hands allows you to switch from your secondary and get that kill, and then switch back and continue what you're doing. I prefer Dead Silence in Free-For-All. That's primarily what I like. I like that in Search and Destroy as well. So Dead Silence is going to help you out. Move silently. You can put on Awareness if you really want to. It's not one of those things that you have to have, but you can consider that. It's all up to you. The only thing you're giving up in that is aim faster after sprinting, but if you really want to, you can actually do what I've done. Basically, you come down here and you pick Perk 3 Greed, and that's going to let me get rid of... Let's just get rid of my Simtex real quick. And let's hope that's enough that I can... Nope, I can't sacrifice that. I need to get rid of that. And then, so basically what I did here, if you guys didn't catch it, I can add a concussion ×2, or I can just run a single. What I'm going to do there is I'm going to go throw on Dexterity and Dead Silence. So now when I'm sprinting around, I can pull my gun up right away. The only other variation to this class, if you don't want FMJ, feel free to throw on the laser sight in place of it. That's going to allow you like a steady aim. And if you want steady aim, it's going to allow you to kill people that are rushing toward you a little bit. They catch you off guard. Since you're a slower sniper in this game, not you personally, but since sniping itself has been slowed down quite a bit, you don't have faster ADS, you're not able to pull up your scope as quickly, use steady aim because you're just going to be able to pop shot them when they come running around the corner, and you can't really rely on knifing in this game. It's a little bit questionable, so keep that in mind. Now let's go back to Custom Class 4. This is a class that I've been trying to experiment with. I think I played 1 game with it, and all these secondaries, these are completely up to you on what you want to use. This is the main part though. I decided to put the extended clip on, which gives me about 8 rounds, 7 rounds of ammo, and then I also added the laser sight, and that's just steady aim. Now this is going to be a ground war class, so I slapped on the tactical insertion, and your grenade, this can switch out to whatever you want. I'm probably going to choose the Simtex, that way off the spawn I can throw that onto a flag, hopefully get a few kills, and move on from there. Now, I hope this kind of taught you a little bit. We'll go through these one more time. I'm just going to show them to you while I close out. I hope this gives you guys a little advantage in terms of sniping when the game first comes out. I know this is all going to change, but this gives you a little bit of variation on the sniping classes that are possible with this game. If you guys don't like a specific sniper rifle, feel free to switch that out and try to match something that works best for you. I know in a few months, or probably a month, I will have completely different classes. This is what I'm using right now, and hopefully they're good enough to help you guys out. Anyway, guys, this is Cross. If you like this video, please subscribe. Please like this. Please share it around a little bit. I know it's the start of a new game, and that kind of helps me get more attention. So I will see you guys in the future with more videos, and take care.